I want to talk to you about vendor paid advertising, because in many ways my life is underpinned by that. It's my living. You guys are exceptional at having brand and presence, and you've got a lot of visibility in the marketplace, and you're good at getting vendor paid marketing. What's the secrets? What's some of the stuff that you can share with the audience on getting VPA?
I think first of all, when you're in front of a vendor and you're trying to help them to get the best price for their home, you've got to believe in the strategy that you're presenting to that vendor. Yeah. So first of all, you've got to be a believer. Second of all, you can't leave anything to chance these days, or say to people, well, trust me, that's going to work. You know, people are full of information. Yeah. You said it before, they can Google everything. We're not the gatekeepers of information anymore. So you need to provide them with facts. And what we've done, Manos has put a brilliant process in place at our office. It's called the sold story. Yeah. So we've got a system where our agents put through the pager and through an email every time they sell a property, everything about that sale. So how many days it took to sell, where the lead came from. So we collect all that information and we make it into a sold book, sold story book. We've got 50 agents, so we've got heaps of properties. We redo it every couple of weeks, don't we? So our agents, when they go out into a listing presentation, they go out with proof. So this is what's selling in the area. You know,
this is the marketing campaign spend.
The marketing campaign, and the majority of our buyers come within 10k radius in our Frankston office anyway, where we do most of our stats. So your buyers live in the area, so they will look in the leader newspaper, they will look on the internet, they will look in all of these different mediums. So you need to be in everything to be able to attract a lot of people there, so you can get a really good price. Also,
when I was, obviously we're not listing or selling principals at the moment, but when I was out there in the field, I used to make it really, I try to use analogies, and you always say Tom, use analogies. I used to say to a vendor, Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, you could purchase this pen at either Big W or at David Jones. Where would you expect to pay more?
David Jones.
Why?
Because you know that they're dearer, it's better quality, it's better experience,
It's the same when representing your home in the marketplace. You have a choice to go with low quality or with high quality. Do you think the buyers would interpret your property as better value, as in to pay a lot more by the market?
Absolutely.
So that's the analogy that I use.
Here's another thing I've just plagiarised for my next training session, which is basically all my training sessions, taking ideas from other people's experiences. Outstanding. Yeah. You're basically improving the perceived value. You're saying, if I'm buying water, Pellegrino, at the Hilton Hotel, it's going to be expensive, because I know that's the deal. In your mind, you've got perceived value, and that's what you're doing with marketing.
The buyers coming to the property will see perceived value because of the quality marketing that you're doing. They expect to pay more.
And that's what we need to create for our vendors. Yes. At the end of the day, our job is to get the maximum price.
Well, I would actually assume, the more I think about it, if that's the perceived value that you're creating, I think that if you're a seller, when you'd call you'd actually be already educated and conditioned in your mind that I'm probably going to be paying a decent amount of marketing and in fees. I'll pay more because they're David Jones.
Yeah. Also, before in your presentation, you said that the newspaper reader or buyer that's going to come through the open for inspection or inquire about the property is more your passive buyer. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that.
Right.
And I'll tell you why, and the way that I feel about it and what I deliver to my vendors at a listing presentation. When vendors are on the market and they're in the newspaper, they're buyers at the same time. So I think the hottest buyers out there right now looking are vendors on the market. So if you're not in the paper, how
right? So what you're saying is, so what you're saying
our
is,
hottest buyers are our vendors.
Yeah, Mrs. Byrne, there are currently 100 vendors advertising their property in the local leader newspaper in our community. Those current 100 vendors are buyer market.
To move.
They're looking to purchase,
and they're serious buyers. Aren't
they're
they?
serious buyers. So could we afford to miss out one of the biggest?
I love that.
Could you afford to miss out on one of the biggest capture tools? And we know that the buyers will still go to the internet, and the perception that the internet is bringing. And look, I'm an avid fan of the internet. I know we named our brand after the eView, the electronic view, because we know it's going that way. But ever since we've started, we've never missed a week. in print media, because we know the value of print media and how it amplifies your results using the internet as well. So it's
got to be in everything.
You've got to be in it.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, absolute gold there. That, and I'm going to change it now, Maria, specifically. I'm going back to my PowerPoint, changing the words. Print does not get the passive buyer anymore. It
Hot
gets
buyer.
the hot, serious buyer. Yes.
Because our vendors are our buyers.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
So, and it's really easy to present to a vendor. So, Mrs. Vendor, these are your current buyers in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Do you want to miss out?
Especially in the area where people move, and I'm sure they're similar everywhere.
Yeah, look,
we know our area in Frankston that they do. I mean, 3199 postcode, you can move from a $250,000 property all the way up to a $2 million property. So you can have your first home buyer, then go to your, small family home, then you get kids, you downsize again. So you can stay in that postcode throughout your life.
Mm.
Peninsula is beautiful. So, of course, the leader newspaper reaches that whole area. So, you're going to be in there.
Okay.